booked the cruise to finally beat my fear of deep water so bad I couldn't go swimming with friends. But 3 days in, gripping that rail was as close to getting in as I'd gotten. Gary figured that out and made me his entertainment. By the next morning, he had all his friends laughing at me every time I walked past. There he is, the biggest coward on the ship. But that afternoon, a little kid broke away from Gary's crowd and sat down next to me. My brother's a jerk. He reached into his pocket and held out a squishy yellow ball. This is what I squeeze when I get scared. You can keep it. I'm Sam, by the way. I kept his ball in my pocket after that. But the next day, while I was at the rail, Gary grabbed my shoulders from behind. He shoved me forward until I tipped over it, then laughed and yanked me back. "You're such a coward, loser." He walked off while my teeth chattered in fear, and I squeezed Sam's ball just to breathe. That evening, I watched Gary leaning over Sam, yelling and pointing in my direction, and felt something terrible was coming. Then at night, Gary started flicking mashed potatoes at me across the deck, but Sam grabbed his arm. "Stop it, leave him alone." That's when Gary shoved him hard in the chest, and Sam hit the rail and flipped over the side. For 1 second, nobody moved, as Sam fell 60 feet and hit the water below. Gary lunged at the rail and froze, as his little brother splashed and screamed, "Help!" Gary got 1 foot up on the metal, but his hands trembled on the rail, and he was too afraid to go over. I looked at the drop and felt my chest freeze, but I knew I had no choice. I yelled at Gary to get the captain, climbed the rail with shaking hands, and jumped 60 feet into the black water I'd been terrified of. The cold hit me, and my arms seized up so hard I forgot how to move them. I gasped in a mouthful of seawater as the ship swam away, while Sam thrashed a few feet from me and kept going under. I swam toward him, and my lungs burned because I didn't know how to swim, and was sure I'd drown right next to him. But then Sam caught my shoulders and climbed, and I pulled his squishy yellow ball from my pocket and pressed it into his palm. "Squeeze it, Sam." His whole body relaxed as he did, and I held on to him, kicking just enough to keep our heads above the water I'd feared my whole life. A life ring finally slapped down beside us, and I cried as they pulled us on board. Sam hugged me, still holding his stress ball, while Gary stood frozen at the rail.